everybody, this is the Flying Turk again with another video for you guys today. Today we will be reviewing the PMDG 737-800. This is the most famous version of the Boeing 737 out there, the most widely used by airlines. Today we have the swept wing model, as you can see, and we don't have the normal winglets. I chose to review this one as last because this is, well, the most famous one. I reviewed the 600 and the 900 as those were the first ones I had bought, mainly because price. This is a little bit more expensive. I think it's around 70 US dollars, which is kinda a lot for a Boeing plane in my opinion. But if you look at the 777, which costs 73 cents, well, this is okay. You get four types of this plane. You get the standard passenger variant, which we have here. You also get the two what was it named, two car freighter variants, and you also get a BBJ one, a business jet one, which we will be looking at later in another video. I chose to review the passenger variant as this is the most common type of 737-800. As you can see, our beautiful plane is parked here at Sicily. You can see it's a 738 because it's written on the nose wing here, or on the nose wheel, excuse me. This looks a lot like the other models. The only difference is that the fuselage is longer. This is a little bit shorter than the 900 and weighs a little bit less. You can definitely feel it while taking off. But in general, it's pretty much the same plane. There is not too much different about it compared to the other one. Let's jump inside so you can see a cockpit, which is exactly the same as all the other 737 variants. There is nothing different inside about this. And the same, door doesn't open, but we can just warp through it. As you can see, the attention to detail PMDG put into this plane is very good. And if you have seen my 900 review, then you can see there's an extra row of business class, and here's only 3 rows. And if you go to the back, it's pretty much the same, just same economy rows with the screens. I guess these guys are sitting very close to the front row, or to the last row of the economy or business class, but so be it, right? It's a digital cabin. It's not like there are real passengers inside. PMDG, sorry guys, can't come out of my words. Did a really good job on modeling this plane, just like all the other types of the 737. I think this one looks a little bit better though. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the proportions, how it just stays on the taxiway, on the runway, how it flies. The 900 feels long and is long. I prefer to fly the 900, but I prefer how the 800 looks. Might sound crazy, but out of all of them, I gotta say the 600 is my most favorite one. I had hoped that it would have some winglets, the 600, but it didn't come with winglets. But it's fine, it's not the end of the world. This one gets the job done very nicely. If you're into doing some real ops, like real flights, this is the plane to get. The 900 is not commonly used. We will quickly start up our plane, so you guys can see how that goes as well. This is not a cold and dark tutorial by any means. This is just me getting the plane powered up and onto the runway so you can see the takeoff performance of this plane and hear the beautiful sound. Just like the other plane, we have an electronic flight back to the left. You can, if it's not here, in some liveries it just doesn't pop up, you can go to the FMC, oh excuse me, to PMDG setup, aircraft equipment, and from here you can choose a lot of things. You can also get the heads up display, which is not here at the moment, but let me show you. You can change how the autopilot buttons look. You can change a lot of things. Let's see, you can install a Wi-Fi antenna. Now it's not here, but let's press it, and now you see this. And we can make it a bigger bump as well, as you see. Okay, let's see. Flight tablet, here it is. Now it's the yes, so you can put that on. We don't have any window shades at the moment, but if you press window shades, you can get it as well. And then if you go here, you can see them and you can press them and open them up. These are very useful for daytime flights when the sun is shining directly from the front or from the side. Just makes visibility a lot better. I like to use them. There are a lot of other options you can check from here. HGS. Look, if we press this, now we get the heads-up display. And this is a beautiful piece of equipment. As you can see, this makes landing with this plane very easy, because you will see a dot in the middle when we have turned on everything. Let's get this plane up and going. Use the nav. Meantime, APU is not turned on yet. Let's turn that on as well. Yes, and we forgot some things. Like I said, guys, this is not a proper Golden Dark tutorial. I will do another video in the future. My other one is horrendous. The sounds are very bad. Our APU is turning on slowly now. Let's set up our position, FMC, index, position. Just press here and press here again so it copies it. And now we should see, yes, here's the dot I was talking about, guys. This little arrow points at where the nose is pointing, and this is where it's going. So keep that in mind when you're flying. You can see the altitude, you can see your speeds. These are very useful things to have. You can even see ILS1. This I never noticed. You can see your heading, your course, your V speeds, and pretty much the direction you're positioned to and which degrees you're pointing at. So it's a very useful piece of equipment. Most of the time I don't fly with it, but I would understand why people like it. I wish that shown like a green effect like the FSS ERJ jets or Embraer jets. Let's see what's going on here. APU has turned on. Let's turn on the generator. Let's turn on our fuel pumps. APU bleed. Yaw damper is on. Okay, let's turn on this plane. Turn it to ground. You will see some movement here in a second. Here we go. When it reaches about 3, I turn on the fuel cutoff switch or idle gate. I don't know how you name it. It's different on every plane, but does the same job. This just makes fuel flow to the engines. Okay, while that is turning on, let's wait for our engine to turn on. Here you can see it's spooling up. Should have reached 3 by now, perfect. Let's turn that one on and the number will start rising soon. There we go. Our engine is turning on. Let's do the same thing for the left one as well. Let's turn these off. After a point we can turn on the generator. So you guys can see and hear these engines. I will put up the volume for you. I gotta say, it's a beautiful plane. I love flying 737, sometimes more than the 777. Okay, let's move inside the plane again. We should be able to turn on the generator now. That's perfect. We can get rid of ground power. To get rid of all your ground equipment, just go to menu, FS Actions, Ground Services. You can release them one by one, or you can just press here, remove the chokes, and they will all go gone. Just like all the other PMDG planes, you can import your flight plan from SimBrief, which makes planning your flights super easy. You have also some performance calculators, which you can use to enter the data into the FMC afterwards. It's very useful. I love the flight tablet because you get a map as well. It's a bit slow today, but it loads up eventually. My internet connection is not the best. Let's turn on TCAS. Okay. Seems to be that we have no warning lights, only we have no navigation set up, but it's all fine. Let's turn on the fuel gate here as well. Right engine has turned on. You can confirm that by here. See 21.2. When left engine is turned on as well, we should be able to go to our runway to show a quick takeoff with this plane, so you guys can at least have an idea. If we go here, you can turn on the compass light as well, which is a little detail I've never seen before. I never noticed this little compass here, guys. Now I have an extra thing to turn on at night. And just to show you the panel lights, this is how they look during the day on top. For the bottom ones, they are here. This is just like the other 737-800. Like I said, why most people get this plane is because it's more commonly used by airlines and people can recreate real flights that are taking place. And there are a lot more liveries available for this plane as well compared to the 600 or the 900, which are kind of limited. There are not a lot of people using them. Honestly, I love me the 900 and the 600. But if you just want a good middle ground, the 800 or the 700 is perfect. But I only find them a little bit too expensive. Okay, let's set our flaps to 5. We need flaps 5 for takeoff. We are not gonna request any clearance today, we're just going for it.
Raising ground PMDG 738 with kilo request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Okay, it's doing it automatically for me today. Amazing.
PMDG 738 taxi to and hold short of runway 25 using taxiway Juliet Tango Alpha.
The caution light, okay.
Tower on 119.05 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 25 using taxiway Juliet Tango Alpha PMDG 738.
But guys, honestly, if you ask me, this is a very good plane. Like, if you can spare the money, go for this one. But if you're a little bit on a budget and you want to experience all of them, honestly, or have the experience of the 737 on a more broader spectrum, I would say get the 600 and the 900. You get one 600 and two 900 variants, the normal 900 and the ER variant. The extended range. The ranges are very similar. The 600 has the most range because it's the lighter plane. But honestly, this one isn't too bad as well. It's still a 737. Like, if this is your favorite 737 and you've been a passenger on it just like me, then get it. That was one of the reasons I got it, to recreate real flights I have done. When I went to Brazil, I flew with Gol Airlines and they use a lot of 737s. They mostly have 800s and 700s. I got the chance to be on a 800. That's why I chose to buy this plane in this game as well. But the 700 is super beautiful as well. I cannot complain about it. I don't have it, but I have used it at my friend's house one time. And it feels good. It feels a little bit heavier than the 600. A little bit less heavier than the 800. But they're pretty much the same, guys. The real big difference is between the 6 and the 900. Let's wait for 150. Okay. Slowly pull on our yoke. That's it, guys. It was my short review of the 737-800. I highly recommend this plane if you like it. It's not quite necessary in my opinion. If you're on a budget, I would say get the 600, then the 900, and afterwards, if you have some extra money left and you really want to get it, get it. I think you will have just as much fun with the 6 and the 900 as this one. The only real benefit of the 800 is that you get 4 variants. You get the standard passenger one like we have here. You get 2 cargo variants. Which are very similar. I honestly don't understand what the big difference is between the cargo variants, but why not, right? And you get the business jet. I have only used the business jet one time. I'm not a big fan of it, but there are people that like that kind of flights, right? Everybody has their own kind of own kind of thing. So yeah, that's it, guys. I highly recommend the 737-800 just because I love Boeing planes. But if you're on a budget, just go for the 6 and the 900. then you have all just pretty much the same experience for less
Roger,
money
PMDG 738.
than buying them all. Guys, that's it for now. I hope you have safe flights, safe landings, and see you guys in another video again. Bye bye.